Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick.
And this is Kyle.
We are diving to new narcissistic depths.
Did you just have a stroke?
A little bit.
Okay, so this is Rock Beats Rock. This is like the first one we ever shot together. This is one that Nick had actually written down a long time ago.
Yeah, I had been sitting on this since DLI, so like 2007.
Funny, that shot always bothered me because like that was my room and then all of a sudden in a different room.
Yeah,
it's like, where the fuck is this fridge at?
We are clearly in two completely different areas. I still have not broken my monstrous glasses yet.
I like to think that they were actually in that back room right there that they just showed.
Maybe there's a tiny fridge inside there.
Yep.
A wood-paneled refrigerator. I don't know, pretty much the entire idea had been writing on the phrase, rock beats rock, bitch. And
yeah, like we actually went through like, I want to say like 3 different versions of this. We actually shot this whole video, and then I hated it.
Shot it once,
and then
hated the way it turned out, shot it again, and said, good enough.
Yep. I remember we were at Chili's a lot, and the Chili's lady hated the shit out of us.
Yeah.
No, she hated you, that's what it was.
She hated me, but then I drew the devil, like wishing her happy birthday or something, and then she loved me, and the curse was broken. I really cut off my finger in that shot.
Yep.
As is natural, I was really quick to pull out a knife.
Yep. Green screen stuff. I think this is okay, before we even started making videos, like I was just kind of like collecting shit that I thought I would need. So I bought a giant green screen. And we actually did get to use it, so I was pretty happy.
We wasted no time in putting it together.
Yep. And I don't know if anybody gets the motifs in the background, but it's supposed to be like, you know, Nick, he's a white guy, so he's Western.
Yeah.
And Justin, very
Oriental.
Yeah. so he actually is Japanese Hawaiian, so he does like Japanese samurai crap.
And I do talk like Clint Eastwood when I'm about to get into a fight, or even rock, paper, scissors match.
Yep. The fire in the background
like
is just a fire. This is actually a lot more complicated than it seemed. They could not seem to get the same things every single time.
Yeah. I was actually pretty happy with that shot.
Oh God, Justin wanted that in every single video.
What is happening?
What is event happening?
Yeah.
This music was written by Brian Rux. I went up to him. I said, "Hey man, can you make us some music for this video?" He's like, "Sure. What do you want?" I'm like, "I want 20 seconds of rock music, really intense rock music."
The hardest thing that you could ever imagine playing rock, paper, scissors too. Oh, Justin sounds like Master Splinter in this one.
I think. All right, Ninja Turtles playing rock paper scissors. Yeah. Go.
Been used too many times. Yeah. This is like the ages hardened Bart Simpson mentality.
I think we were supposed to have something
Good
in that background,
rock.
but I was just too lazy to actually find something that would go there.
Yeah.
A lot of people
that we had like the wishing background to go by there.
This is actually a real nuclear explosion. I was very, very adamant about having a nuclear explosion. That right there, they in the widescreen bars.
Yeah. As is customary for me to do in any sort of feat in competition with another human being, I immediately celebrated with a beer.
Yep. So that was Rock Beats Rock. I have no idea what's coming next. You're seeing the same thing.
Crushing
Oh!
Oh, here we go.
Okay, this video. Jesus.
Alright.
Okay, this is, what is this actually called?
This is called It's Later Than I Thought.
Okay, yeah.
The entire thing was
I'm not even done with makeup yet.
Talent show was to take place, like 2 months away before we decided to start doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that we were going to put together as many little short clips as we could. We didn't even realize it was going to come out as like a talk show or whatever the hell this is. We just said, let's make a video for it. And just started swinging a camera around and hoping for the best.
Oh, no. What this originally was we came up with a whole entire... We came up with a pilot for a TV show, a 30-minute long video that will never be made.
Like a really bloody version of Get Smart.
Yep. It was called Shadows and Lies, and
which unfortunately, before we could even get the first shots off the ground, we realized that there's already a movie called that coming out at exactly the same time.
Yeah, this was all shot in Justin's living room. It was like more green screen crap.
His desk in the middle of the living room with a green screen against the window.
This was before he was married, so luckily, like, his wife wasn't there, like, just being, what are these white people doing?
Yeah. At any given time, likely to come in and just freak the fuck out as I wheeled Justin's bizarre metal sculptures around.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't get this part. They're just like, what the fuck is that supposed to be? And then we're like, that's the point.
It's like a dinosaur thing made out of office supplies because Justin is Asian and cannot help but to give into his urges to build robots and monsters, sometimes at the same time.
Oh god! Oh, this is okay. I want to blame Keith Richards for almost every single thing in this video that no one likes.
That's fair enough.
I don't know.
That was
oh god.
That was him as our producer. Justin, there's an extremely like racist caricature of like the musical talent.
Was that what it was? I just thought he was just the musical talent. You know, the music talent's always just.
Yeah. Well, that's also like his. Ray Charles impression. So.
Oh god, is that what? Okay, Chef Steven, how did you come up with this? It was just.
I do not remember, but I remember that this is actually his kitchen. Even though it looks like I'm green screened on there, it's just really lit up.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
I like that when. Well, okay, I imagine you've probably seen this before if you're listening to this shit, but I imagine like whenever we drops the pan right here. Like it was just the funniest time ever, just trying to come up with sound effects for it. I think we went through a bunch of different things, but
that was my favorite part, was just hearing a bunch of splashes and clattering, and just.
I think we had like a bowl that we just filled up with water and then just like threw into your sink. I think.
Oh yeah. Just dropped a bunch of shit into the sink, made a huge mess.
Oh, this right here, this is based on a true story. We were at some sort of briefing thing with this guy. His name is, I'm not going to say his name, but he's telling us this really tragic story of like, this combat mission that he goes on. And then somebody has the audacity to ask us like, do you have any questions? Go ahead and ask him some questions. And so someone stands up and says, yeah, even though, this is not what he said, but this is essentially how it came off. Even though all your friends, were killed in this mission, do you feel it was worth it? And the guy, all he does is just stands there for like about a minute, and then just goes, and starts crying. And it was not funny at all when it was happening, but just when we talk about it, God, that just makes me sound like a terrible person. But when we talk about it, it's hilarious.
Well, now that you look back on it. That entire segment with Brooke Andrews was actually supposed to be the original Afraid to Talk to Girls, which we hated every version that we filmed. So instead, we just threw that, which Cawthon had already put together as a green screen test.
Yep.
This is Justin's ambiguous, possibly Russian, possibly Asian, like, director. This was another last-minute thought. Pretty much everything was a last-minute thought up until the very last minute where it was put out.
We knew we wanted to do the your weird son thing. We knew we wanted to do that. We didn't know why.
We needed some way to shoehorn that in there.
Oh God, you want to talk about this?
Yes, this sketch is based off of an idea that we also had back in DLI. Myself, Salisbury, and Keith Richards, wherein we described a guy down on his luck who resorts to birthday party clowning as just his last-ditch effort to keep his life intact. And when he has to do a job for the guy who got him fired from his high-paying job in the first place, his revenge is to perform the chainsaw trick, which in order to do that, he cuts himself completely in half, and therefore scars the man's child for life.
we had to leave it ambiguous because this was supposed to be
in front of that clown with like wives and children and shit.
There's a lot of costume choices I really like about this. There's a friend of mine, like every time they saw pictures of you, they're like, "Oh, Hitler." That's how they knew you.
Detective Hitler. Keith is wearing dismantled Groucho glasses, and actually those same glasses had the eyebrows that I am currently wearing for a mustache. This entire sketch was based on using the phrase, "Don't take pictures of that." It was supposed to be like, what? Somebody left a turd in the toilet and didn't flush it, and Justin takes a picture and we chastise him.
Hey boss, look what I found in here.
This was Salisbury's idea. This is also from DLI. You're starting to notice a theme by now, I'm sure.
I want to say this whole thing, it was the best part ever.
This was arguably everybody's favorite part of the entire talent show, just because there were so many ridiculous, like, Michael Bay explosions with no explanation.
It originally wasn't supposed to end in space.
Yeah, it was supposed to end in space with him as the last anything from Earth that survives.
Here's me acting the best in the entire world. Yep, I'm the best actor ever.
And this is something that's probably actually happened to Justin at some point or another. And really all of us, if we had enough parental supervision, this would have happened to all of us at any given point.
I like that he drew this all on crayon.
When we told Justin we wanted something fucked up that a child would hand in, he immediately
he knew what to draw.
Latched onto paper and crayons like a man possessed and just started etching out this. Yeah, that's like some sort of robot eating a school with a black sun oppressing the entire sky.
I forget, like
little worshipers.
Oh, we wanted to put in a line in there about how like we think he's retarded or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And, like he was really adamant about.
We didn't want him playing video games because I thought that might make him retarded or something.
Like this is one of the few things where like we really scripted out and like we kind of reviewed it a lot because like we wanted to make sure it was like as family friendly as we were willing to make it.
PC as we could get it.
And
we really reined in a lot of stuff on this.
And I think every single version of a script that Keith turned into me, every single time it always had, we were afraid that if he plays video games, he'll become retarded. Yeah. Every single version. And then also the Shadow and Lies thing that we had to do, that we were going to do originally, there was something in there as well that he kept turning in that I just, like, no, we can't do that. Like, we
cannot put this out in front of an audience. We would get in trouble for that.
It's subtle. They're shooting children subtly. You're not supposed to know. Oh, okay,
Here we go.
This is another thing Keith wrote.
The
giant creature
from space
rips the ceiling open or something like that.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know how we were supposed to do that, and then
yeah, we just sort of went with what we could manage. Now this one was actually pretty fun to shoot because that's right across the road from where I used to live. And I don't mean like a highway, I mean a very small alleyway street. There was the apartment I was living in, and this clearly haunted, dilapidated structure. Also, the creature that I am portraying here, I'm actually just covered in a green man suit in front of a green screen, so that only my head is visible. That motion is also not computer generated. I was literally just bobbing up and down in front of the camera.
Well, my favorite part about this scene is that we don't say your name the same way more than once.
Nobody ever said that name the same way.
Keith refused to scream, so this is actually just me screaming.
And my favorite part about this whole thing is right here. That is Keith Richards applauding his own death.
Which... this was like a trope that Keith wanted to add into everything.
This is the first time that we pulled this because we thought it was funny rather than giving Brooke Andrews real credit. There were credits at the end of everything else for everyone.
Oh, Night Train.
This was another one based off of a ridiculous premise, wherein somebody else had acted just completely out of their mind. And Richards referred to it as riding the night train. Or, I'm sorry, no, a trip to the zipper factory. And our conclusion was he got there by just guzzling NyQuil until he was completely blasted out of his mind. Thus, riding the night train down to the zipper factory.
Now, a lot of people always think, like, because I guess NyQuil, we found out, later on, can get you drunk or something. So, like, a lot of people, when they're underage, will buy NyQuil to get drunk. But the way I like to think about this is that he drinks so much NyQuil and then refuses to go to sleep. That way he hallucinates and gets high that way. That's the high I'm foreseeing in my mind.
Kind of like the slow, steady death of a brain. What does the end of that tunnel look like?
Originally, this was supposed to be me berating him, but as we were filming this, I could obviously tell that Nick was not digging the way I was doing it. So I was just like, "How will you do it?" Not like I was pissed off. I'm just like, "You should do it."
I make that sound with my own voice from time to time, and it always gets a giggle out of people. Not the dog barking, but you gotta stop drinking this shit unless you're actually sick.
Okay, this honking thing. Oh, this scared a lot of people. Oh, and we left that bathtub like that, and that's a shared bathtub.
It was just coated in NyQuil with a knife in the middle of it. Oh, and the toilet was full of red NyQuil, as you see here. So his sweet mate walked into what he can only have possibly presumed to be like a murder scene in Candyland. It just smelled like cherries and was covered in red. The worst.
Oh God. There's something else I think I wanted to say about this, but it was probably stupid.
Okay. And there's offense number 2.
This was actually like the years you were. This is 2011, so yeah, that's accurate. And then that video scared a lot of people. I remember I didn't want to put like at first I kind of wanted to guess dates because then it would be funny if
we died later down the road.
Okay,
people still accuse me of chugging NyQuil after that. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You do it.
They make jokes about it.
You do it though. Like we just did it a few days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like an old thing like I came up with a long time ago. Like when you watch, like I don't think anybody got it, but you know, like when you watch commercials, and like you'll see, I don't know, like a goat like running down the street, and he's like running in a marathon, and all of a sudden he wins, and then at the very end it just goes Korean Air. Like that's like every time I say commercial, I'm just like, what the fuck? So I wanted to make like a commercial that seems like you know, it's advertising. Like this is supposed to be like Got Milk, and you're supposed to see Got Milk stuff everywhere, but this is like at the time where I didn't know what I was doing. So
this music I can only describe as sexy breakfast.
I actually made that music. I made it just for like I was just sitting there like playing on my piano. Like I was like, oh, this needs music. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be really boring if I'm just walking around. Oh, and that was 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, you were actually screaming. This was my favorite video to do, just because it's so fucking absurd.
This is one of the more out there ones that we've done.
This took us like almost 2 hours to film, not because it was particularly hard, but because it took us that long to aggravate Keith Richards until he could act aggravated.
No, I think
by the time,
just to get Keith Richards to act, period, you have to aggravate him.
By the time he was pissed off enough to do it, like he was giving us exactly what we wanted, which I'm happy about.
Somebody actually complained that they think that he ruined this. Oh, this is just Ruggles in a sheet.
Yep, just walking around in the living room. Ethereal.
I think there's a lot more jokes that were supposed to be in this that we just cut out.
There were a lot of stupid things. Oh, Danny.
Yeah, I don't... somebody actually liked my Power Rangers shirt.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, somebody mentioned it, like, yo, Power Rangers. Oh, we got to make our own slap sound for that.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was our first taste of Foley art.
If you look really closely, you can see it's you.
Yeah, that's another meta moment of myself scaring myself.
Keith Richards was very like he came up with his whole Keith writes almost pretty much everything we do, and then like it goes through like a process. I like to say it's like Keith makes fucking who even knows, and then Nick here will make it coherent.
Translate it into a human language.
And then I'll try to translate it into something that could be on film that works.
Yeah. I did like his whole bit about you invited her past the threshold.
Oh, this right here.
It works just like cops.
Yeah. This right here, this was completely ad-lib like at the last minute. I don't even know what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be like, okay, you go try to open the garage and where's the ghost? Oh, this was fun.
Yeah. That whole bit about the Quaker Roads commemorative satanic pendant.
Yeah. Right here, this was like these quick shots. Like there's only 3 of us there. So like we just did the quick whip pan, and then like we just handed off the camera.
Stitched them together, and you can hardly even tell. Actually, you can't tell.
No, you couldn't. Until, well, now people are going to be like, oh, I can tell.
Yeah,
I knew it the entire time.
Yeah, bullshit. You can't even see it.
That was kind of a dumb joke.
We also did that, last minute. Oh, Danny. I'm sorry, dog. I remember that was like the best answer that we could give to that.
Yeah, I was watching this earlier.
Based on true events.
I don't even remember that.
I don't either.
That's why it's kind of like, it's fun to watch these again.
I think it's one of those things that happens just after the lights are out.
Oh my god. I hated Keith Richards so much after this video.
Oh, yeah, because he fucked up that one shot. I will give away the secret to it after it's happened.
Okay.
I want to see if anybody notices. They won't.
I really like how this came out. This is actually in Justin's old apartment. This is actually pretty convincing looking. It looks like a recording studio. In the background, you can see like that's a sheet, and like there's also like, cause it's kind of a smoking area, because Korean houses are kind of weird. Like they have like little kind of areas where you're supposed to smoke, but we just went ahead and put this. That was actually the green screen stand, and we just put like a sheet there.
Yeah, it's the regular bed sheet.
And a lot of people didn't get this joke.
Yeah, I was a little upset. Like maybe we didn't do good enough to bring out like the accent humor. Like he's clearly barely even speaks English, but when prompted, can sound like a proper English gentleman.
Yeah. Like,
so the people who do get it, like they had a good laugh at it, but it just brings a tear to my eye to think that not everybody did.
Yeah. What was the premise? What? How did we come up with this?
It came down to like, it was just a voice actor, and it was just the two guys arguing, like the two producers or whatever, editors, whoever, just like arguing over it and threatening to kill the actor. I remember it was just like threatening, like, I will shoot this fucking weirdo right in his goddamn mouth, and that was.
I think I want to say that was almost that was what we had as the idea.
All of our ideas come off of basically like one phrase or one basic concept, but it's never like a fully fleshed out idea. It's like, all right, I want to do this. Like, I want to threaten to kill a voice actor. That's funny to me. Yeah, here.
That was originally way out of focus. We had to go back and reshoot it.
Yeah.
Remember, I was so angry at Nick because I wanted him to shave his mustache.
And I would not, because it was my weekend, I think. I really hate shaving. Even though I grow facial hair like a middle schooler, like a weak middle schooler. Because I'm pretty sure there are middle schoolers who grow facial hair faster than me.
Yeah. This was also slightly out of focus, but I think I was okay with it.
You did a slight rack focus, and it didn't quite make it back where it was supposed to. But it's all fine.
But going back to like how that was Keith was really adamant about having that.
Yeah, that drawn out
like
tension noise.
You can see like where I had a lot more pull and like how these things happen, and then to like when we started letting Keith have a little bit more.
Creative.
All right, we'll try it your way.
Yeah.
I think that comes out really obvious in the big joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you guys if you've never seen these videos and you're watching this for some reason, I guess we'll put links somewhere.
Yeah, we'll just put them up in the corner
we'll put
or something.
Right here. I'm gonna say right here on the screen.
We're already just fucking talking over it, so we might as well just put annoying ads right up on the front over them too.
Just go buy Red Bull.
Yeah, just really, really whore out the whole experience.
Oh man. Okay, so we're doing like this. I was on this thing to do one video a week until like the new year for some reason, and like I always thought it'd be funny to like have a video where it's like the same guy fights himself, you know, because like you always have like the two same guy talking or whatever. So I took it upon myself to try to make this video, which was just fucking the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever done.
However, as much of a prick as I am, this is probably the first of your ideas that I did not immediately berate.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember for a while there you were like, what if we do this? And I don't know if I legitimately thought it was all bad or if I was just in a bad mood.
No, there was a...
But I would just be like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like, there was a time period where it was like every time I try to suggest something, you're like, Well, how about this idea
Yeah.
instead?
How about we do something completely different? But that one, actually, you did it all by yourself with no
Yep.
acknowledge. So I was
Actually,
just
the ones where it's just me doing it by myself.
yeah.
This, I want to address this real quick. Okay, so when we got the green screen, like I remember, like we can do anything. We could be anywhere. Like we could
Yeah.
be on a bar in the sun, and
Then we immediately said, "Let's do that."
yep.
Is this the first one?
No, this is the second one.
This is the mulligan.
Yeah, because like whenever you walk out, like it's originally like had Boba Flex in the background, and then you like walk out, and then like it shows you, like, and then all of a sudden all the music stops, and then you just hear fire burning.
Yeah, Keith really wanted to do this shot, and I guess it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Just angrily barking and.
Can you tell this is a
response.
green screen? I couldn't.
No. I remember the sun. It wasn't.
What
as
is this
hot
one?
as you'd think.
Oh,
Oh, this is good.
This is the most
This
popular.
was actually shot on Thanksgiving. Hilariously enough, all the lines to it were concocted. What was it? The day before or 2 days before Thanksgiving, as we convened at the chapel for our like freebie handout Thanksgiving meal. Me and Keith Richards stood there, lengthening out this process further and further, just blaspheming and just doing the worst that we could until our coats caught fire in the church.
that guy right there.
And just cackling like monsters.
The guy on the right now, that's Nick Abed, and I wanted, like, until we did everyday conversational Japanese, I wanted it to be every time he was in a video he didn't ever have any lines.
Yeah. Because he was doing pretty well. He had a good streak there up
Yep.
until Japanese.
Best part about this video was you can notice a lot of people in the background, because this was actually at a party. Like, we just kind of showed them, like, hey, we're gonna shoot a video. Is that cool?
This was at our real like Thanksgiving dinner, and while everybody at the table, like, we addressed beforehand what we were gonna do and the general nature of it all. The best thing is that it was so blasphemous that it actually made one girl and her mom leave. Like,
and then immediately,
they didn't even like move to the next room to avoid it. They completely left Thanksgiving dinner.
and then as she's leaving, she says, "God bless you all."
Yeah.
I think what was really disappointing about that was everybody, like, you can kind of see them on the couches back there. Those people were going to be in the video at first. Now they're in the video and they don't know it.
Yeah. Just like the guy who came out from behind the refrigerator, which everybody is quick to point out.
I was very drunk when I was editing that. Okay, this is actually, okay, so me and him, like, we see each other, like, in the morning. Like, I just worked a night shift, and then, like, he's like, hey, I had an idea for a video. I'm like, me too, man. Like, he tells me his idea, and then I tell him this one. And we actually shot this one first, and then we shot the Thanksgiving one, like, later, like, 2 days later.
Yeah.
But then we put this one out afterwards. That's why it's in this order.
Because it actually took more time to stitch together and what have you. That is actually the window right outside my room. So I'm just pacing on this ledge. I'm only on the second floor. But perspective makes it look so dangerous.
It makes it look like you're on the second floor.
However, it can't do anything to relay the fact that it was incredibly fucking cold up there.
Was it really?
Like, you don't remember that day? It was just...
I got 2 jackets on, so I'm fine.
Well, it not like that, I guess, but when we were trying to put all the equipment together, like the stand that was holding the microphone up so you could actually hear me,
So, okay,
just my fingers froze and broke off.
like I was saying before, like,
So I hid them
Abed,
in my jacket.
he was originally going to have a line right there, but then, like, I think we cut it just so we could...
Well, we kept telling him, like, yeah, just, like, say, like, nah, I don't think so, or just try to add something. And rather than say anything, he just pulled a silent bob and just sort of gestured. So he earned himself the distinction of being the only guy in several videos with 0 lines.
Okay, so this ending right here was actually based off of some script that Keith wrote, based off of some tram. I don't, what was, like a...
Yeah, it was like two tram operators who had accidentally crashed it because they didn't think it could actually go that fast.
And then at the very end of it, like, it cuts to, like, they're in a schoolhouse, and like, he yells at him just like that.
Yeah, it's a safety video.
And it's basically just how that ended. This, a lot of people didn't like this for some reason. I thought it was just a joke video. I mean, it was supposed to make fun of how it was just absurd.
Another one of those, like, really polarized videos where some people really liked it, some people completely hated it.
Like, all right, if you didn't get the joke is, I mean, a lot of people like were looking too much like, oh, the blood looks fake, and it's supposed to be that no one should be able to live through this.
I should not be able to laugh so hard at myself being blown completely apart like that.
Like, yeah, the joke is like, you're not supposed to, like, it's just, you know, like in videos or movies or whatever, they're always shooting guns and like they always miss.
Yeah.
So it's just like
30 shots go off, nobody gets hit until that fateful last pull.
Yeah, so it's like our take on it was, you know, just like they get shot every single time they shoot.
Yeah, just completely destroyed. It's funny that while we were down there, we had joked about how foul this tunnel actually is, especially since it's all tungsten light. You can't really tell now, but it's incredibly orange down there.
Yeah.
So it's just really dingy, and we joked about how the gutters on the side were to soak up all the blood and semen from the inevitable murders and rapes that go on constantly down there.
I thought you were referring to the video when you said semen. I'm like, what?
Oh no.
This was based off of a. We really wanted to make videos like before, like we went on this kind of hiatus, and like Keith Richards was just like very adamant about like, all right, we need to sit down and write a script, and like he kept pitching all these crazy fucking ideas that I did not like, and it was like this guy trying to find a scoop, the next big scoop, and like his boss was like having like a heart attack and sweating as he's like yelling at him.
He's like sweating and seizing up, and his face is turning colors.
And then like, so he goes out and interviews like 3 people, and right there, whenever his pool cue disappears, a lot of people think it's like a goof. No, it's actually Keith is right there and he grabs it from him.
We intentionally had him stand there and grab it and see if anybody would notice.
No one did.
Pretty much nobody did.
But so anyway, this character was originally like, so the guy who's going to find the scoop, he goes to meet this this person who's actually like a serial killer, and like every time like you know the scoop guy gets up and tries to leave, he's like, don't, you're making me, you're making me nervous.
Please don't move so quickly. You are making me nervous.
And then like we were gonna make like nervous.
Just really echoey and fucked, but
but so anyway, the thing is like he tried to like make the situation better by like trying to like make a joke, but the only things he thought were funny were things that were bigger than they actually were. So that's where this came from.
Unlike in this video, he originally gave no descriptions. He just said, "It is like pine cone that is too big," and that was supposed to be the funny part.
And so and then this video, this is what me and Nick were like, okay, it's gonna end with us in the editing room, and we're gonna go, no, that's, you know what, never mind.
Yeah. Well,
and then Keith was like, okay, do this.
Do all this fucked up stuff.
So, this humming noise that you're about to hear in a second, hummingbird. Hummingbird flapping its wings.
Just flitting around. Yeah, this was originally we didn't know how this was going to end. We were just like, all right, let's film all this crap. Now, how are we gonna? I like how just none of the audio matches up with what's happening at this point. That part gets me every time. This is funny because Cawthon edits everything.
Yep.
That was literally the first time that I had saw all of that shit.
This is the first time you ever said it. Like, you're like, what is this, a Mac? How does this work?
Yeah.
Okay,
which one of these is the stop button?
So this is like making. I've noticed a lot of our videos. We're making fun of genres a lot.
Yeah.
This one, okay. So you go online, you know, like you try to go learn the language or whatever. You can find anything anywhere, and Nick. This is other Nick. We'll call him other Nick from now on. Other Nick can actually speak Japanese. He went to school for it. He has a degree, and I always wanted to make like make fun of how to learn language sort of thing, but just make it like the most absurd thing ever. And Nick, whenever he teaches you like fucking Japanese, this is what he does.
He gives you like legitimately just really fucked up examples. Like he always says just really bizarre shit in the first place. Half of it usually ends up being with something to do with cats, but like when he tried to give me some examples, the entire thing that brought this up was when he gives the line that he's about to give in a few minutes. He's like, I feed my dog fireworks. I was like, what? Why is that the first thing that you thought to tell me? Like,
these little slow transitions, like he was just originally it was gonna be like really quick back and forth, quick shots, but then he was actually nervous.
Yeah, he was actually nervous to sit in front of two dudes with a camera, and we were like, don't worry, it's not a big thing. We're not gonna like put this out anywhere with any expectations. And he was still like,
By the way, all this Japanese, this is actually legitimately, if you listen to, and you watch this video, if you sit and watch all the, and like learn, if you want to learn Japanese, you can actually, these are real things that you can say, and Japanese people understand them. When I was at language class up in Seoul, we speak Korean, by the way. I had some Japanese kids in my class, and I showed them this video. They didn't understand any of the English, but they understood all the Japanese.
Yeah.
And they were very surprised.
Yeah.
There's a girl like across the classroom.
I can still say this at any given time. I feed my dog fireworks. That and You're Already Dead from having watched so much Fist of the North Star. That's all the Japanese I know, and I'm planning a trip in about a month.
Wait, so they say I feed my dog fireworks in Fist of the North Star?
No.
That's what you made it sound like.
Oh, no.
I thought that was...
admit those are the only two phrases that I know in Japanese. So when I go there in about a month or so, I should be fine.
That's right, guys. We're gonna be gone in the future.
Oh yeah.
Or the present, whenever I don't know. Past. We probably did this in the past.
Yeah, when you hear it, it's in the past, but for us, it's the future. So you're looking at a time machine right now.
This I made this on my keyboard. I just like just try to like.
What sounds like it should be on a daytime TV show.
I think it was very. Somebody wanted that to have it like this was supposed to be on AFN for the Super Bowl.
During the Super Bowl.
Was not aired because they told us like it wasn't family friendly, or no, they told us like they
It had nothing to do with anything, which they did not explain in the first place.
Yeah.
Those are all actually proper villain scripts that we had laying around.
Still have all those pictures.
Yeah. I wrote this whole thing and I was so goddamn proud of it. And
it came out really well.
It came out amazing and it went nowhere.
This was awesome.
This was the best. This came completely out of the blue because this was the first big snow of the year. I just happened to run into Kyle in the middle of the hallway and we said, "Hey, it's snowing. Let's make a video." So
that was the whole premise.
That was the entire premise, was to make a video because it's snowing. So we put a bag over the camera so it wouldn't get all wet, and after we stood outside and got cold for a while, we said, "What the fuck are we gonna do?"
And then you're like, "I'm gonna make a snowman."
I said, "I'm going to build a snowman," and Kyle was like, "Great." And then I said, "Then I'm going to destroy it."
Okay, so originally this was gonna be like, cause we had an idea, or it was like we wanted to do like a BBC documentary, like of a slob, like through his day, and like there's gonna be jokes like
talking about his grazing habits.
Yeah, like
as he like sorts through the old cabinets full of like stale cereal and old crackers.
I forget a lot of the jokes, but it was the same guy right here, Aiden. He'll appear a little bit. He was in the Thanksgiving video, and he appears a lot more in our videos later on. It was me and him like kind of just riffing back and forth like on just some guy, like some British person like narrating this guy's life, and like I remember there's like one line where it's like he goes and tries to make a mating call. Sadly, he does not go home with anybody. And then like we made like a masturbation joke.
He goes home to perform the mating ritual alone.
That's what it
Shameful. Was. As you'll notice, this is the product of me not having made a snowman in like 10 years and more or less kind of forgetting how they were supposed to go together.
Also, so when we decided we wanted to do like the BBC style thing, we went through like a few different ideas. Like it was originally going to be about the snowman's life, but then like Keith wrote it and then it just went insane.
He wrote this enormous script,
we cut out
just
paragraphs,
brimming with ridiculous black venom.
I still have it on my desktop.
And I think you said after you guys had tried like several readings of it, no matter how fast Aiden tried to talk, there was just no way that it was all going to fit into this video.
Yeah, like it would have been like a 15-minute long video.
Yeah. Making my sad snowman. He was born sad.
Yeah, you can see the sun setting. That's why it's like a little bit more blue right here.
Yeah.
This is like the first time I ever got to use my GoPro. We put it on the top of the snowman's head. That's why you have like these 2 shots.
There I was trash talking my own snow-based prodigy.
This song right here is
Progeny.
actually by one of my friends. His name is Shane.
Progeny.
He is a master at the piano. He's obsessed with Chopin. So like,
I love this shot.
yeah, this is a really good shot.
This just happened to work out perfectly, and it kind of makes me dizzy.
Does it?
A little bit.
Obviously, like, this is all like, we're just like
speed
enamored right
ramp-
now. Like we're not even like talking.
Some speed ramping.
Like you can see the snowman still built. We actually had to rebuild the snowman
Wow.
for that shot.
Yeah, I was really glad that it managed to land lens up.
That was pretty cool. This whole soundtrack, by the way, in the background, like you can hear all that wind blowing. That was just post.
Oh yeah, yeah. With all the crackling of the plastic bag, keeping the lens dry. That
I remember I originally wanted to have like a shot of you gone. Like I wanted to like fade it to like you disappeared,
Oh yeah,
but like it was just too dark.
it was too dark and you didn't have the tripod out. It was gonna be one of those like somebody walking through a desert where they just slowly fade
Yeah.
to the next spot and beyond. But yeah, it weren't to be.
Ah, this is when we came back from the hiatus.
Yep.
It's fun stuff.
And our first sort of big project with Clancy.
Because Keith was gone. This is when Keith died.
This is when Keith died.
He's not really dead. I think I should say that real quick.
I guess. He's just in Maryland, which is pretty much the same thing.
He actually came up with the name for this. This is what started.
Yeah.
I don't think the other one's out yet, but Nick Versus. This is
Yeah.
where it starts.
This started the Versus series.
So I'm in the background right there. Originally, like I was doing a lot more like stuff, but it was just too distracting.
He's just flailing around, just more upset than anybody's ever been in a line at McDonald's.
Okay, this was like a joke that me and you came up with. I don't remember exactly where it came from. It's just like we were talking about like just someone going and ordering a bunch of shit that's not on the menu.
Yeah.
I think it was originally like, it was a little bit more like sane at first.
Yeah, it was a really silly idea. Yeah, it was just like,
And then, yeah, and then we just
"Can I
went
get
nuts.
a pizza dog?" Like,
And then it's just like, can I get like a bird's nest
Yeah.
with hot sauce on it?
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a bunch of.
Can I get
This is very Keith Richards inspired.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this is even like just far enough for me to hear it and go, "What the fuck?"
Originally, we were gonna show like what it was you were looking at. Like it was gonna be like a face.
Oh yeah, it was like a
Like,
a
just-
devil face coming out of the menu. Like, you don't know how to read, do you, boy?
I don't know how to read.
Should have stayed in school.
Yeah. But then I don't know. I like it better that it's not that you don't know how to read. It's just that
Something
that's
is, yeah.
that's just what's always in your mind.
Maybe making decisions is too hard.
Yeah.
Clearly, I mean, the boy's not all there.
Oh, can you tell that those are not American coins?
Yeah.
Those are Korean coins.
Yeah, so whereas you would have gotten excited and started scrambling to pick that shit up in America, nah, you would have got yourself maybe $1.50 out of all that. You wasted
Ooh, this video. Oh yeah,
the brand new
this is the new
logo.
logo. This is the first one that we had it.
Yeah.
That was a really cool logo to make. Okay, this video. Good God.
This is a real place, and it's a lot worse than what you're going to see in here. But yeah, it's haunted. It just looks haunted as fuck.
I remember, like, this is okay. So we found this place. I was walking around because we were trying to like. I don't know what like I was looking for. I was just looking for like a good place to film something, and like I saw these dorms. I'm like, does anybody live up there? And I walked up into them, you know, because like that's what I do. I just invade people's homes like on my leisure hours. I just walk in. What's in here?
Just to find the
Someone's
reaction.
house. Okay. So I just walk into this building, and first it's like super dark, and like the first floor is just kind of like really messy, and then I go on the second floor, and I'm just like, what the fuck is all? It literally looks like all this. Well,
This
we're not
kitchen
at it
was
yet.
all Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, all that food was several years old, just laying out. And
Remember that diary we found?
Oh yeah, there's a diary where somebody interspersed all their entries with like long-winded Bible verses.
This was supposed to have like close-ups and be like kind of like the big joke sort of thing, but then we didn't do it.
Yeah.
This next room with all the puzzle pieces on the floor, actually inspired by another room that was in the same building.
That really did have puzzle pieces all over the floor, but we didn't want to do it in there because there's no light.
Yep. Yeah, this building also had no power.
You don't want to be in the dark.
That
in this place.
TV screen actually has a white piece of cardboard on it.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at it, you're gonna notice like my bad.
We used movie magic to turn it black, as though it were powered off.
I love Holiday. I love her voice.
Yeah.
She has like.
What the fuck is that?
If you don't know her, like she probably sounds really bizarre, but like she's just so funny.
She's got a very strong southern drawl, and she curses worse than any of us, which is hilarious. Really.
I wanted to make a TV show called Pee Pee, because their nickname is Pee Pee. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but I'm not gonna explain. I'm not gonna bother. You know what's funny? I didn't realize that Aiden, like his wife, calls him Dan for short.
Huh.
I thought it was just like that noise was just you. We kept it in.
That was you.
No, it was you.
No, that was you as you were like carrying in the camera, and I was like, "What was that?"
That was you. That's totally you.
It was not.
I swear it was you. Oh,
I
we use that later on. Okay, so all this hallway stuff. That was really like that.
Yeah.
In that building.
Yeah. All the horror stuff, except for the horse head. That's mine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that and like the things that are from.
That probably comes from the next video, I do believe.
The horse head?
Yeah.
No, I put it at the very end of this just because.
Oh.
Because it was.
To segregate yours from mine.
No, it's just because because it had the logo at the very end of it, so like I thought it'd probably be better right there, and then I ended up putting the logo right here because I didn't think about it. Because I wanted to have like the whole like you stab in the door thing. That's why I put it in. This room was actually very well lit.
Yeah.
There was no lights either.
Strange.
So
yeah.
That's me laying on this disgusting floor.
Hollywood magic. Yep.
I think that's how we came up with this whole video. The guy goes try to sell a house.
Yeah.
There's a corpse room.
It's full about it. Oh, there's the headphones that we use for sound.
Oh, were they in the shot?
Yeah, they were just sitting on the box. Somebody had just mowed this lawn, and we came out to do this ending like the next day or later, the same day. Yep. Yeah. That's a recurring theme. People reacting to their own death. It all makes sense once you watch them in a row.
Yep.
Fuck the diet.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything better to say for that. How else would a stressed man deal? Okay, this was another idea from back in DLI, and
this is like really just like a we need to make something.
It was funnier in my head, but the way it turned out, it's whatever.
A lot of people liked it for some reason.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest part about making videos is you never know what people are gonna like.
Yeah.
The things that you think they should like, no one likes, and the things that they do like, you're like, why the fuck do you like that one?
Yeah. Come on, like the stuff that I'm proud of.
Yeah. Like everyone's like, I really liked the snaps video. I'm like, why? I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I just don't like it.
What do you like about it? This was our first video that we started using the Zoom, so we started getting better audio.
Yeah.
Without so much hissing.
Uh-huh.
And he runs out there and...
Oh, let's see if you can see Brooke's fucking dogs.
Yep, there they are.
God damn it.
Yep. Just
I like to think that those dogs just showed up for this video. Like,
yeah,
they just show up like randomly, like
just dogs out of nowhere. Phantom dogs. And his dogs almost ruined this shot as well.
And then they're gone.
Well, we tied them down.
Yeah. We tied them to the ground.
They were so mad. Luckily, they didn't bark until after we were done.
I kind of wanted to go back and like make it that he was dead or something.
That's my room.
Yeah, I didn't like this ending at first, but then like, I don't know. I think you fought for it too much that I was just like, all right, whatever.
What the hell else were we gonna do?
I wanted to do like a quick cop out. Oh, version. Okay, so we were talking about this earlier. Like this was originally gonna be, and it's later than I thought.
Yep, this is the final edition of Afraid to Talk to Girls. I personally am not a huge fan of the lighting. Somebody was telling me the other day, like, no, I thought it was fine. It looked like, funky bar setting. Like, okay. I mean, if you don't give a shit,
Well,
neither
the place
do
we
I.
wanted to do it was way better.
It was supposed to be in a way better location, and everything was supposed to go so much better, and it didn't.
This is also Ben's first appearance.
Yeah, Ben's first appearance on video.
It's always fun to have new people in these videos because the way I look at it, it's not like, oh, more talent. It's oh, more people who are going to share this on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
that's how I look at things.
Speaking of outside influences, we had music from Mr. Seed himself, Daryl the Seed. We have heard a couple people say like the music kind of carried on too long or was too loud, but that's to cover up the fact that there was actual music going on in the bar.
Yeah, like I mean, Sarah.
We had expected and were told that there was not going to be anybody there while they just did inventory or something. But sure enough, we show up and they blasted the music like they usually do.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah, she's super great. She let us use her bar. We do stand up there almost every single Wednesday. And, you know, like, so she's so nice. She lets us use this. She doesn't charge us anything. Just all completely out of her own heart, I guess. So, I mean, we can't be too mad about the fact that...
we can't complain over, you know, having a place to shoot and everything.
Excuse me, I know you're trying to run your business, but we want to make a video. This is really important for us.
Yeah.
Turn the fucking music off. I think there are a bunch of, like, subsequent reshoots, like, the shots like where April is like a little bit more red. This right here. This is reshoot. Like the brighter shots are like reshoots. I don't know why they're brighter. I don't think I changed anything on my camera.
I don't think so. We did it more in the daytime though. These were done on different days at different times of the day.
I think it was raining on the day like where you can see it's like a little bit bluer.
It was almost night. Like we were fighting the nightfall.
That's why it's like super dark at certain points.
Yeah, eventually it is just total darkness.
She spills her drink. I don't know why I left that in. I just thought it was funnier.
Yeah, I tried to think what is the most awkward way that you could fuck up a conversation with a girl, and I realized that I know so little about talking to women that I don't even know what is considered wrong.
Yeah, this is one of your old ones that like was in there forever.
Yeah, it was on the board for a long time. It's already night out.
I forgot to say
we pulled a Dark Knight Rises, and in the course of 8 minutes it became an utter shadow.
That's spoiling for people who haven't seen Dark Knight Rises. It's not a spoiler. But Brian Rux, more music by him. This is one of his old bands. I love having talented friends because I like to go like, especially musician friends. You just go through their catalog because like, best part about them is like you don't have to pay them for their rights. All you have to do is just ask them. Certain people, they just kind of like, they don't mind if I use their stuff. So right here, I imagine that you guys are talking about like just the dumbest things in the world.
Yeah.
Like
that line was carried on from the last time that we tried to film this. That was Keith's strange contribution.
So April is actually the first girl. She was in the first video, and then Robin was in the second video.
Yeah.
And then then it was gonna be like 5. It was gonna be Rachel Holiday.
It changed hands several times in
Keith Richards trope.
Yeah. Fade to red, echoing like loud mechanical noise, cut shots of like rotting meat.
Oh, making this noise.
Oh yeah, we made like we had to splatter corn and like the hell was it? It was like corn, baked beans, and cream of celery all over trash bags that we had taped to the floor.
This was a fun video.
This was shot in Yonsei, up in Seoul.
That's right. I don't know if you're just now joining us.
Yeah,
we live in Korea.
It's fun to say that, like, oh, we shot this in the capital of South Korea.
Yeah.
It gives our shit a much more exotic sound.
This was all improv.
That's the one thing that I really like about this video is we gave very few like lines that he more or less had to say.
Yeah, we knew.
And then we told him like, all right, now just say crazy things, and he did for like 10 minutes straight.
All the stuff that we couldn't use. Oh man.
A lot of it was because I kept laughing over it.
Wasn't necessarily that. It was just too much stuff. We weren't gonna make a 20-minute long video.
this would have been just the Les Boyd special, like.
Oh, my favorite thing about living in Korea is if you want to shoot somewhere, the best part about it is you don't have to ask permission for anybody. You just go and shoot it because no one's gonna tell you no.
Especially if you have black people with you.
Especially if you have black people. Like,
maybe it's a superstition for them or something, but
I guess so. I don't know. But yeah, this was really okay. So we were talking earlier about how like we come up with video ideas just based off of like a line. This was based off of Jack just suddenly saying, "I like your guys' videos, but they need more Godzillas."
yeah.
And then me and Nick immediately.
People want to see more Godzillas.
Yep, that was exactly what he said. And so me and Nick were immediately like, we can make that into something.
Let's use this.
Should we use less? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we should.
And that's what we did. That's exactly how it came about.
Les is an incredibly witty man, which is what made him perfect for this. He's really good at improv, and just coming up with his lines on the spot was the perfect spot for him.
I like how there's just enough pink to show that, to not show how white I really am.
Yeah, to prove that you're alive through visual aid.
Somebody was telling me like in the Fletch video they like watching it because like they can't believe how white my torso is.
Which is like a really serial killer thing to say to somebody, but yeah.
We were really kind of worried about this shot.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would let us do it.
When we got there and we told Les, because he didn't really understand what we were going to do when we first
we
got
told
there.
him bring a suit.
So yeah, we just told him bring a suit. You're going to act as our, executive producer or something. And then we did a couple of the opening shots, and then I said, all right, here's your props. And I held up a plastic gun and a baggie full of flour, obviously intended to be like cocaine. And no shit, like 2 seconds later, one of the teachers that works at this facility opened up the door, and I whipped around with this stuff in my hands, and she made no facial expression, just shut the door and left. No security ever came by, nobody ever questioned what we did. Just, nope. That lady will never forget that she may have just been walking in on a drug deal.
One reason why I didn't use certain shit, like like I was talking about how there's so many things that we didn't use. One of the reasons was like during one of the takes there was like classes being let out.
Oh yeah.
So like you can hear them in the background. My hair like keeps getting like more and more like muscled or rustled up. It's just like, cause like it was so fucking hot that day.
Yeah.
And we walked from like the bus station.
Oh yeah.
Or no, it was from the subway station.
Here, Les goes on his long, like, pastiche of Muppet Babies, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Lord of the Rings, and then, like, any, like, Vietnam movie.
Right here. This is a real idea.
That's a real idea that we have. Keep your eyes out for that.
Oh, we also made reference to, what was whatever the next video is that we made. Oh, no.
Yeah, the novel.
Yeah, that's not a video yet.
Yeah, well...
Well, it's a video. It is a video right now.
You're hearing it in our future, which by the time the novel comes out, may be your past. Time travel is incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
We did actually have this conversation on the way up. We talked about some sort of genre or idea that he could suggest that we would like. And I think I spat out cowboys with superpowers, and then we just shortened it down to Cowboy X-Men.
And here's a video coming up right here that a lot of people did not get.
Oh yeah.
Like people came up to me they're like, oh, I was trying to check out your videos the other day, and it was just like a guy with no shirt on for like 20 seconds, and I just turned it off.
Which I still find is funny that he may not have realized that was you.
Yeah, that's me, right there.
Yep, just playing guitar in an alley.
Yep, this was shot. A lot of people like to imagine they're like, where the fuck is this? This is all Seoul.
Yeah. Well, that bit in the alleyway was in Songtan there. That's out in Seoul. You just all over the continent,
Yep.
peninsula at least.
Not really singing. I'm wearing a fake beard, so it's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you would have been lip syncing this anyway because it's a music video.
Yeah.
But the fact that I know that you couldn't move your face wide enough to actually sing along with it, it's kind of weird. You're like a puppet or like an animated mannequin, just being controlled to dance along to this music. This is Dirty Whore Alley.
Yeah.
This is a tabletop on Dirty Whore Alley. Soul.
Yeah.
I remember like the name for your guy here was taken from that sim that you made.
Yeah.
That was like, he was like a kidnapper, like a
No, he's
child abductor.
Yeah, he's a child abductor who was wearing a smoking jacket. He was overweight. He also had cornrows as well.
Cornrows.
Oh, and he was white. That was the thing too. He was white.
Yeah.
And
he did look like a filthy retired R&B singer.
I guess we'll put something right here because I'm not done talking. Oh, that's right. We have something here.
Yeah, this is my video. Me and Keith had kind of stitched this idea together, and no matter how much I fucked with it in editing, like, I just could not really. Actually, I think it was the audio that I had a problem with.
Yeah, the audio was clipping.
In the end, yeah, the audio clipped, so it sounded like shit. So we just made it look like old VCR style.
I think it came out pretty well. I
Yeah,
don't know if
overall, it's all right.
I don't know if a lot of people watched it.
No, it did not get many hits at all. This is like all of these, except for the VCR effect. All these little doodads are all my doing. That was actually in the. Oh, this is the actual video of a suicide, which is why I had it fade to red.
So that's our videos. Thanks for watching.
All right, yeah. Look for more of them in the future, I guess, if you really feel like it. Goodbye.